Good morning, citizens! That was a long, good look. Ooh, loot crate. Every time I see the red boxes, I think loot. This is just kind of a quick update on some of the stuff in the pipeline coming down for you on this channel. Coming up in about 2 weeks is the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, and that is something exciting. And that is when a lot of people are looking at getting into the verse, getting the game, or upgrading their fleet, buying new ships. And as anyone knows who watches my videos, I always say, buy something cheap, buy a starter pack, and just get into the verse and play the game. You don't need to buy the expensive ships. If you can afford it, and this is what you want to spend your money on, great. But if you are not sure if Star Citizen's for you, don't get too excited about getting the biggest and best ships right away when you can look at them, try them out, and really make your decisions. Now, that is counterproductive to the title of this video because I did recently get a new ship into my fleet. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment and about that ship. But also, if you're looking to get into the verse, I would wait until the expo. Don't go right away buying Star Citizen because I'm assuming there's going to be really good deals for the game. Usually you can get a starter pack for around $40.50. I think they usually knock it down to just over $40. But some of the times it's the more expensive ships, like a Pisces might drop down for a bit. You can get a better deal, and that would be the time. Also, there may be a referral bonus, so as long as you've made your account using a referral code, you would be able to apply that and maybe get some bonus when you start your game. You always need to put the referral code in when you make your account. You can't ever add it later. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to talk about the new ship I got and why I have that ship or how that ship got added to my fleet. But at the first time, I would just happen to be here on the Star Citizen monthly report. So if you ever go to the RSI website, you can check out the monthly report. I haven't really looked through this yet. I'm going to read this later. There's a lot of stuff about AI and animation scenes. This is an SRV somebody has made out of trash, so that's kind of funny, actually. Bar Citizen. So if anyone has managed to get to the Bar Citizens, I wonder if they're still giving out the Banu Cube codes for anyone that attends them. Check to see if there's ever a Bar Citizen in your city. If I do this here, we can look here. One in New Jersey, one in Spain, one in Chicago there, and one in Milan, Italy, one in Washington, one in Germany, Florida, a lot of U.S. ones. Oh, there's one in South Korea, France, and Singapore. So those are all the Bar Citizens that are happening, and there'll be more that are happening. There was also the Crusader Spirit Q&A. Really not a lot that I found new and answered in there that I didn't already know. The only thing that I was kind of unsure about was the potential modularity of the Crusader Spirit, which was answered there. But you can go check that out anytime there's like a new ship or anytime that there's some new announcement. There's usually a Q&A that happens later that you can enter some questions in and go read them or watch the video. Change to Arena Commander. This is a new UI for the tractor beam, it looks like. This is probably something to do with Cargo Refractory, and we're going to get into this. So if you go to the comm link on the website, you can watch the Cargo Show. And the Cargo Show has, this is the newest Inside Star Citizen. It's talking about the new Cargo Refractory coming out. It did show this commodities screen, which I thought was kind of cool. We have here a bunch of different things. This is different than the one I remember seeing, because the one I remember seeing had stims in there and Dolovine in there, but maybe this is just a different version of when that video was happening. So looking at that, looking at some graphics and planet tech, that's kind of a cool look. That's kind of neat. Yeah, really cool. I'm going to look through this later, take a look. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Inside Star Citizen Cargo Show. So click on this. I'm going to push play, but I'm going to turn the volume off so you can kind of watch this a little bit. Turn it right down while I'm talking about this. Really, this Inside Star Citizen, you can see it's about 11 minutes, and it's talking about about the new trade. So this is showing kind of the old way where cargo just kind of shows up, and this is showing the new window. You can see here they're using tractor beams to move these 1 SU boxes out of the way. So the reason why this is kind of a big deal is originally you could only move the 1/8 SU boxes, and a lot of the cargo tech was put in before tractor beams, including handheld tractor beams, and you can't move these larger boxes by hand, only the small 1/8. So what they were doing is they were having an issue where if you wanted to destroy a ship, and they do talk about piracy here. I believe the quote was, "This gave us a problem with piracy and looting because if you were blowing up ships, the cargo that came out would only be the small 1/8 boxes, which you had to pick up by hand, or now maybe using a tractor beam, but not the larger boxes where the valuable stuff was." So what's happening when you blow up a ship? The ship itself explodes and lands on the ground, and they were having little boxes fly over. Now, I have never seen this little many boxes in one spot. In fact, all I would assume is that would make uh, the server grind to a halt. But we're going to show here. We'll get the video here. You can see. So the new idea is the larger 1 SU boxes as opposed to the small. So instead of thousands upon thousands, there's now maybe 8,000. So here you can see the ship blows up, and as it flies off, all these 1 SU boxes from the cargo inside is going to land on the ground, and that's going to cause someone to have to go and pick those up and put them into their ship. Now this is the smaller 1/8 boxes that they're talking about originally dropping, the much smaller ones. So the bigger boxes means looting goods that have been come out of your ship are going to be a lot faster than picking up these little boxes. You can pick up the big ones and put them in your cargo grid. I think that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people would rather piracy be something that would be easier to avoid, but I mean it's a valid gameplay for some people, and at least now people aren't just blowing up your ship for fun. Well, someone is. Someone's still gonna be blowing up your ship for fun. However, at least now they're gonna be blowing up your ship, and if they want the cargo, they're gonna have to try to get it before you or someone else gets back and returns attacking. I do see this becoming a kind of annoying loop, and whoever has the most patience and the least to lose is going to win, because you can go back and attack and try to blow up that ship. They'll just return and attack and blow up you. It's going to be a vicious cycle. This is going to be worked out in the end, but it is something kind of cool to think about. Now, how this is going to work, originally you're looking, I think there was about 40 or 50% of the 1/8 SU boxes would be available, but now we're looking at anywhere between 0 and 90% of your cargo upon your ship exploding. So the average will be around that 40 to 50% mark again. So that's the idea of having this ship explode and drop all this beautiful cargo on the ground so that you can try to get some back, or someone can take some and fly off, leaving the rest for you to return to. Kind of interesting. It also makes me wonder about like a lot of the persistent stuff in the verse. They have in your ship, any of your equipment, is it all going to spread and fly around like a yard sale, or will your body still be kind of one thing? So that'll be something to look into in the future. But you can see here in space, the same thing. Ship explodes, and then we have the cargo here that you can then go and gather up. I don't know if you can scoop it up with like something like a Herc, or if you're going to have to use the tractor beam and place everything in a cargo grid. Have it stowed correctly that when you start flying around, they don't rattle around. It was kind of an interesting thing. They also got into this here. It was called Raster Citizen. There we go. And this is talking about planet-side bases and planet-side locations and building them, and it was a really cool thing to watch. So I would definitely go and watch this yourself. I'm not going to get too much into this now, but this made me excited for a lot of the better stuff you're going to see on planets, which is pretty cool. So really, really happen to like this Inside Star System. All of them are usually pretty good, but this one here really got me excited. So the new trade window, let's get back to that. Where was that? Right here. The new trade window, they say it's easier to read and it's better. I don't know if it's necessarily better. A lot of people, including me, thinks that this is a big waste to have most of your current window a giant picture of your ship, because you already know what your ship looks like. I would much rather have a picture of the cargo grid, and I don't know how this is going to work. Can you select which parts of your cargo grid are going to be filled up? And on this version, how do we know? So I think this is just more like a bar showing you cargo grid full or not full. You can see what's in demand not only over here by sorting by in and out of demand, but maybe this might be what you're selling. So something that is in demand, you can look and see what I have that people really want, what I can't sell, and what's not. But over here, you can say, look at, they really want agricultural supplies. They are high in demand, very high for fluorine. So kind of cool. I like that. This I love. This is pretty good. This is I'm not sure about. So thinking about that, it'll be kind of interesting. Going to get into a little bit about the upcoming expo. You're going to be able to take some ships out and do some cargo running. The cargo running isn't going to have the screen yet. This won't be in until later, including there's a few things that aren't going to be in until much later, and one of those is salvage. So you're going to be able to try some mining, although mining with a rented prospector, not really good at all because you can't really change anything on the ship. But I would say you can rent a lot of other things, including a rock or any of the cargo ships, and try them out. Now, there was also a ship that was shown in the trailer for the expo, and it's a new Drake ship, and people are trying to figure out what it is, what it might be. And I'm looking at this old video from December 2017, which is pick the new Drake ship, and they actually went through and picked a bunch of different ships, but this ship in particular.
Start with the medium storage runner, because I know.
There you go. Talking about the medium storage runner. So we have the entry-level salvage ship, aka the Vulture. That one they worked on, multi-crew constellation competitor. They kind of have ships like that. We have Viewer's Choice. We have a Scout Carrier, Starlifter, and the medium storage runner. And we have gotten some of these ships, so potentially the medium storage runner is one of the ships that they are looking at producing, and that might be what is available. And I saw an image. I'll put that image up on the screen because I don't feel like scrolling through trying to find it again. A potential teaser for that ship coming on, and that was showing some data ports or like a data center in a obviously Drake ship. So I think data running ship might be what that new Drake ship is. And so will I be interested in that or get that? Absolutely not, because data running is not currently in the game, so there's really no reason to do that too much. Salvage should have been in by now, but unfortunately it's pushed back just a little bit. But salvage will be in soon, and so that means the Drake Vulture will not be available to fly, but it will be available to see in game. You can walk around on again, but I'm really going to be surprised if you can fly that Drake Vulture around. If you can, maybe it'll be able to be used, but I don't think so. That's my guess. But that's going to get into the next thing, is that I have now got a Drake Vulture in my hangar. So I am now a Drake Vulture owner, and like I've said before, don't buy ships you can't afford. Always go and buy the ships that are affordable, or the ones that you really love or really think you want. I don't have a lot of ships. I honestly don't have a very big fleet. I do have 2 accounts, as anyone who watches this channel know. I have the account that I normally use, which was actually kind of a mistake. When the Nomad came out, I really liked the Nomad, and I bought it War Bond. I accidentally bought the Nomad with a game package. I could have kept it and had the 2 game packages in my account, the Aurora original one that I've always had, and the Nomad. But I decided to make a second account, the one that I make most of my videos on, and transfer it over. And that is my main account that I use for a lot of the videos I produce, because it is one showing you starting from a basic ship, and the Nomad is a little bit step up from basic, but it's still considered a starter ship, and that's why I use it and love using it in my my videos. However, my other account, I do have a number of ships, but most of those ships, I have a couple. I have an Aurora ES, I think it was, that was a free ship from a referral bonus, so that was kind of a cool one. And then I have, on top of that, I've got like a referral bonus PTV, not really useful, and a Dragonfly. That also has my Aurora and a Prospector and a Star Runner, and that is my fleet. But I always say try to enter some contests, whether there's contests. I've held giveaways on this channel, and I have more planned for the future, as well as I've got giveaways from other channels. I have actually won before. And I've won a Grey Cat Rock DS and a Rock for the costume contests that were held in the last few years. And this year, there was this trick or treat contest, which was pretty cool. This one, I definitely say check this out. Check out these videos these people made. They were amazing. And these people, look at, they won Drake, Buccaneer, Cutlass Black, and a Herald. And all those have lifetime insurance. All the CIG ships that they give away on contests, and you can enter contests all the time, all come with lifetime insurance. And these ones come with a ghoulish green paint. There was also a pumpkin carving contest, and the pumpkin carving contest, the prizes were a Drake Caterpillar, a Drake Vulture, and a Drake Buccaneer. And I won for this beautiful Vandal pumpkin that I carved and painted. I was so excited about that. So now my account does have a Drake Vulture with ghoulish green paint and lifetime insurance. So I'm really happy about this, not only because my pumpkin turned out so well. Now I can, where's my post? It's way down here. There. I found this pumpkin. Look, it's got these little dents. So the top is actually here, but I flipped it over and used these dents for the kind of eye areas. I carved out the pumpkin bits and used them for little spikes, and then carved out the eyes and the mouth and painted it up. You can see here. Also, look at this. Somehow we're into October, the end of October and November, and there was still no snow. We got snow now. Snow rain, I should say, fell last night. But the fact that I had lawn still for this long, and like raspberry canes with still leaves on them, that's shocking for where I live. This should be like about like 2 feet of snow right now. This I definitely live in a Halloween, you wear your parka under your costume kind of place. So that is it. I now have a Drake Vulture. Again, so excited about that, mainly because now when the uh, the salvage comes into the game in the upcoming patch, which will be before Christmas, and I'm almost certain about that. I really hope that I haven't just jinxed the whole thing. I'm going to be able to produce a video using the Vulture showing you salvage. So that makes me so excited. So look forward to that. So if you would like to see those videos and you'd like to see more and you'd like to take part in any of my upcoming giveaways, please like and subscribe. And look forward to my new videos coming out talking about the Raft, the Titan, the Scorpius, the C8X, the Redeemer, the 600i, the MSR, and the Carrack. All those are going to be coming out on the days leading up to the Expo. So until then, until next time, this is just a little bit of an announcement. Basically me talking a little bit about upcoming Cargo Refractor, as well as just my exciting news that I now own a Drake Vulture. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye, everyone.